I guess I meant with Claude though. Is that with him? Is it almost good to have a young kid that maybe hasn't been here before and just is kind of naive? You know, I don't know if that's the right word. But, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
how they can react to it.
Yeah, he handles it good. He handles the game pretty good. I mean, he stays focused on what he's doing. He kid don't panic. He definitely he definitely stays focused on what he's doing. I mean, he's been good for our rotation.
Troy, how much more confidence do you have in the young arms in your bullpen now compared to maybe June? I mean, have they come along as much as it seems like they have in your mind?
Yeah, you'll see the more experience they get, the better they should get as far as handling situations in a game. You'll always see them sometimes on given times when they won't throw strikes. They'll have trouble with their command. They'll have trouble throwing strikes, and also they'll get the ball in a big part of the plate and they'll get hit. I mean that's part of it. That's part of the growing pains you go through. It took Ryan Matson for a long time before he could close the game. I mean he learned to pitch in the 8th inning and the 7th inning and stuff like that, but it took him quite a while to learn to pitch in the 9th. And that's all how you look at things, how you feel about when you go out there.
Do you have enough in that bullpen where if you add a piece or two outside the organization next year, you think you would be pretty consistent and pretty successful like you have been in the past?
I think we got some real good pieces there, but I still think we need at least one good piece. When I talk about pieces, I try to tell you guys I'm talking about somebody very, very good. First class good, that's what it takes to be a first class team.
Just one?
Huh?
Just one?
Well, if we got Papelbon and somebody else like that, I think of what we got, some of our arms down there, I think Lamont's got a chance to be really big someday. I think it might take him a while from experience, but in the meantime, I still think he can pitch in the big leagues. Like can kind of grow into that and things like that. I think Diekman's got a big arm. He's got to learn to have better command. Hoist did a pretty good job for us. I mean, we got some pieces there, but at the same time, they got to kind of develop them right now.
Have any of them done enough where you can say, going into spring training next year, you say, well, they show up and they've made the team. I mean, certain guys, John Papelbon's made the team.
Yeah, right.
When he gets there, have any of those guys done that?
Even if they have, I wouldn't want to tell them that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of how I look at it. They got to go through the war yet. I mean,
they're a unit down there, but do you think they compete against each other as well, even at this time of year?
I would think so. I also think that's what helps us to get better. I mean, I gotta want to be better than you. That's part of it. That's what it's all about. There's nothing wrong with that.
I realize Howard missed most of the year and all, etc. But do you worry a little bit where his home run clout went, or do you think that's a function of that Achilles injury, or do you think he can come back?
I think it's a combination that his injury, and also the fact that it is his back foot, and the more that he can work out and play and things like that, I think it should get stronger according to what they say. But also, I think missing spring training, like just missing those at bats you get, and playing. I think that's what he's going to have to work hard to get his swing back. I mean, I see I'm concerned about Ryan, but at the same time, I think I've known him a long time, and I think that he definitely can perform like he has. I think this is definitely especially the last month or so hasn't been really good for him.
Right. He's hit 50+ homers in seasons, but nobody's hitting that anymore.
Right.
What do you think is the number where a guy is a true power hitting threat in this league right now?
I think, and I tell Ryan Howard this. I think if Ryan Howard hits, you guys used to ask me would he hit 300, and I said, yeah, one of these days, and he hit 300 that year. It was like his second year or something, or whatever, and he hit 300. And what kind of homers did he have? What kind of ribbies did he have? If he hits 300, he'll hit 40 home runs just by hitting 300. He'll hit at least 40 by hitting 300, and he's capable of hitting 60. Really, I mean, it's just a matter of how. But he's got to work. He's got to work He's got to get his swing back, and actually we got to work with him. And but I don't mind that because that's kind of what it's all about. I know it's still there, but it's just he's going to do a lot of work. We're going to have to spend some time with him.
You alluded to Florida and Clearwater yesterday, and he obviously lives down there. That's something you guys have already discussed with him. That
Yeah, we can work our. He'll be right there and right there close to Clearwater and stuff like that. We can do some early work with him, and actually haven't talked to him about that yet, but I will. You know, I don't think it's no problem. I can talk about it today.
do you think he had become a pretty good defensive first baseman? Did this impact him at all defensively? Do you think, and is that something he needs to maybe focus on too? Early on.
He's got to work on his defense, and he will always have to work on his defense. That would be the procedure that he'll be going through. But he had a lot of time off from playing first base and stuff.
Charlie, you've kind of relied on Conley and Howard over the years as your 3-4 guys in the lineup. One thing you haven't had recently is a right and a power bat that you can maybe split them up with. How big a priority do you think that maybe for you guys in the offseason to get a big right-handed stick that maybe can go?
I think that's going to depend on who we get, and and how good the guy is, and I mean, how much he's going to help us, and and what we can do for a lineup.
Do you see that type of guy out there as a free agent?
There's some good free agents out there, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the situation is as far as if you want to go get them, the money always goes up. If you stop, I've been in this game for a long time. I've never seen the money go down, and believe me, it ain't going down.